All right, this is Rude Speech, man. And we got Captain Taiwan in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate you know, Rude Speech, man. I'm ready now.
Get it, one West in my brain, one West in my... When I finish, one West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I stay broke, don't care if I got a million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck in the creep, I demo the building. Fake catch all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it boomer? Words spinning around about me, none of it rumor or truth. Very big facts, very large caliber on very small cats. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the needle for rapid fire. Got the fire equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka, equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, remark. Would have been shot you, the best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa, Big Llama, Big Juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate, wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stay true, kept shit pure, my name honest. Eat all them debts and kept sure you show respect. Pay homage that I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market. Don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Rappers should be with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Ball heads, my grain a $1.50. Off my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause the niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a park, but together. I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West.
They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress. She a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold. I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Was designed fast for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of bellows.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
What it do? What it do? You know. Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader.
The Kool-Aid, that LaFrog, single barrel and goose egg. Got the coat going up on a Tuesday. Roast the false prophet like a gourmet souffle. Cause me no say spirit gun like Isupk. Nigga might run up in that black face like Gucci. Boycott a cracker. Kill your favorite rapper. Cause I run with G's like a Green Bay Packer. I chop a Christian like a new machete. When you polygynist, they look at you like R. Kelly. Still these women wanna do me like I'm Akinelli. West Coast sisters love me like a Machiavelli. Make these crackers lick the dust off my boots. We want no cowards in our camp and we ain't taking recruits. My crew the livest, y'all suckers is the jobbers. Niggas run their lips but they damn sure wouldn't try us. Nah, I ain't the same cat who used to break laws. They just rather see me as the same cause. Some rather remain lost. My brain washed with these stained thoughts. I be repping for my niggas riding for the same cause. Cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, then I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Better ask somebody, bitch.
Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. I'm a co-leader. Yeah.
I pack it up. The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started out in 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Today is the Sunday scripture class in San Antonio, Texas. Today we want to talk about preparation and preparing. Why? Because there's so much going on in the earth and you are not prepared. You don't even know it's going on. You're not paying attention to it. It's not on your radar. Your mind is on everything else but what's going on in reality. That's where your mind is. So we're going to refocus you. We're going to refocus you into reality so that you can see what's coming. We was at camp yesterday, and while we were out there, we were dealing with some issues. And they were trying to get us shut down per usual. And they was out there fighting against us and, turning up a speaker and all that kind of stuff. They had 2 speakers on 2 stores. And it was a calm that came over my spirit in the midst of it. And what the calmness that came over my spirit was the way that they think they're going to hurt us, they're going to be hurt. Because they thinking about shutting us down from coming out and speaking. They thinking about stopping us from working. When in actuality, they're at war with God. And so now, since they're fighting against God, now God has to stop them from working. That's what has to happen. And see, they think the battle is the speaking at the camp spot and the stopping us from going out. The battle is way bigger than that. The Lord is going to stop them from having a job. The Lord is going to stop all of the businesses from being open. We had this same problem with Bucks. What's the name of that spot that you used to be in front of on Bucks in Austin? And they was messing with us. And then I told them, I said, the Lord is going to shut this place down. And now the place is called Malafama. Why? Because 3 weeks later, it was boarded up. And I mean, like, literally. Like a few weeks later, probably a month or 2, it was boarded up, closed. And now, instead of us being on the side of the building, we was in front of the front door of the building because it wasn't a business anymore. And this is what people got to understand when you fighting against God. The scriptures say that I will not meet you as a man. They want to go to war like people go to war. God is going to do something bigger. He's going to do it on a God level, not on a personal level. And that's how you got to see in your life. You fighting against God's system and you expect for him to punish you or hurt you in something that you can see very small and minute. God fights on a large scale. He doesn't just make you, hurt. He breaks your heart. That's what God does. So you want to be careful when you go to war with God, but you do want to prepare for war in America. You want to prepare for the destruction that's coming to this place because this place is going to go down. All right. Any questions in the room? No questions? Go ahead.
I just need a general breakdown of Micah 2 and 5.
Okay. Micah 2. Go ahead.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 5. Therefore, thou shalt have none that shall cast a cord by lot in the congregation of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. Prophesy ye not, say to them that prophesy, they shall not prophesy to them, that they shall not take shame.
Keep going.
Verse 7. O thou that are named the house of Jacob, is the spirit of the Lord straitened? Are these his doings? Do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly?
Mm-hmm. Where's your question at? All of this? Okay. All right, come on.
Verse 8. Even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy. Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely, as men averse from war.
Mm-hmm.
That's
all right. Read verse. Go up to verse 4. Read that first. You need that. That's important for this. See? 5 to 8. Let's start at 4.
verse 4. In that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled. He have changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he hath divided our fields.
This is how it's starting. This is a parable about the Lord destroying us. He's divided our fields. What does that mean? When your fields are divided, he's stripping you from your land. He has given your land, your lots, to someone else. That's why the entire Middle East, that used to be ours. If you go into the back of your Bible and look at the Bible maps, it has Judah was here in this land, Ephraim was in this land, Reuben was in this land, Naphtali was over here. All of that was ours, and it was divided for us. Now it's Palestine and the Gaza Strip and Saudi Arabia and Israel, and all of these other places have now been given to the heathen. And this is the Lord telling you to get ready for mourning. Get ready to weep, because the thing that gives you so much confidence, I'm about to take it from you. That's what he's saying. I'm about to take this thing from you that gives you so much confidence, that make you feel so strong. Keep going.
Verse 5. Therefore, thou shalt have none that shall cast a cord by lot in the congregation of the Lord.
Casting the cord, think about like a gate. You would have a cord in the dirt as your gate to say, this is mine from this place to this place. Well, you won't have any more land. None of you will ever have a lot. You won't have no land. You won't have nothing to divide. Keep going.
Verse 6. Prophesy ye not, say to them that prophesy, they shall not prophesy to them, that they shall not take shame.
He's saying don't even teach them, because they not ashamed of what they're doing. They're not ashamed. So teaching ain't gonna save them. And that's the place that our people are at. Our people are at right now, that no matter how many scripture breakdown classes they hear, the only thing is going to teach them is action. The Lord gonna have to take things from them. That's the way he's teaching this class. And Micah, he's teaching them. He like, don't teach them no more. I'm gonna take their land. I'm gonna take everything from them. You don't gotta prophesy to them, because now pass the class over to the Lord. It's a higher ranking man coming in the class now. He's finna show you what he's talking about now. Keep going.
Verse 7. O thou that are named the house of Jacob, Is the spirit of the Lord straightened?
Are you going? You children of Jacob, have you straightened up yet? Have you gotten your mind right yet? Keep going.
Are these his doings?
Is this God's doing? That's what people have to understand when the Lord get to thumping you upside your head. You know who people accredit all their pain and all their heartache to? Who do people say when they have a bad day? Who they blame it on?
The devil.
The devil. This ain't nothing but the devil. The devil is busy. No, the Lord is trying to show you who you should give the credit to. Who doing it? Who's really doing it?
The Lord.
The Lord. That's what things get lost in translation. Things get lost in translation when you try to say this bad thing that's happening is because of someone or something else. The Lord is showing you, nah, it's me doing this to you. This what's happening? This is me. Why? Because you're not straightening up. You're not changing. You're not listening to the teachings. You're not coming to class. You're just moving around. Like I say all the time, you're just like a rock in the ocean. You're surrounded and submerged in water, but the water is never in you. You want to let the water get inside of you. That's how you want to be. And the Lord sees that the water is not in the children of Jacob. Keep going.
Do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8.
If you were to do right, wouldn't I just give you what I said I was going to give you? Wouldn't I uphold my promise if you were going to do right? Nah, bro. You just think I'm a joke. Keep going.
Verse 8. Even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy.
As a what?
As an enemy.
Even of late, now my people are rising up as an enemy. Now we go out and teach. Who are the very people that's out there trying to stop us from teaching?
Our own people.
The Mexicans, our own brothers, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the ones that hate what we say. What are we saying? God's word. When we go to camp, it's a brother holding God's word and another brother telling you what this is saying. And then the people look up and say, what? Shut up. Get a job. Go find somewhere else to say that shit. Who are they really telling to shut up? The Most High. That's scary. Because when people think that they're at war with you, they're comfortable. But when people find out they're at war with the Lord, it's too late. Because now he already on your neck. Now he already bringing sore strokes in your life because you thought you were fighting against a man. When in actuality, you're fighting against a system that comes from God. Keep going.
Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely, as men averse from war.
You pull off the robe of men that pass by. Who the men that pass by securely? That you take the robes off of. Finish that verse. It may help you. You pull off the robe and what?
Securely as men averse from war.
What does that mean? You telling us to shut up. You telling us to take the garment off. You telling us to stop speaking God's word. Just like you would do at war when you strip somebody from their weapons. You strip somebody at war. How do you defeat the enemy? What do you take from them? You disarm them. That's what you try to do. You try to disarm them. So that's what our people are doing to the prophets. Our people are trying to disarm you and take away the thing that you love. Take away, take your job, take your family. They're trying to destroy you the same way you would do somebody that you're at war with. That's what's happening. This is happening more and more. People are becoming, they're not able to hide the fact that they hate the Lord. Like at first, you would feel like it's personal. Damn.
My glory forever.
Yeah. The wind. So long. And they are going to war on Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They are going to war with us. And guess what? It's not our place. That's what this is. This ain't that. All right? You good to go? All right, Most High Christ. Next. Dawada, you got my videos? Let me see which one I want. Is there any questions in the comments? Okay. Let me get this real quick. Give me the first video. Hold on, let me make sure it's the first one. Give me a you sluggard. Give me that scripture first. Yeah, give me you sluggard. And let me see, dog. Give me the second video with the Arab man with the beard. Just cue that up. All right, read that. What you got right here? You got you sluggard? Anybody? It's in Proverbs.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Mm-hmm.
Consider her ways and be wise.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler. Verse 8,
Mm-hmm.
provided her meat in the summer and gathered her food in the harvest. Verse 9.
Stop. Don't go past all of that. Read that again. You sluggard what? Wait, what we at? Proverbs what?
6 and 6.
Proverbs 6 and 6. All right, read it again.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Mm-hmm.
Consider her ways and be wise.
This is what you're going to have to put in your mind, Blacks and Hispanics. You're going to have to watch how the animals move to survive. That's what he's breaking down to you. Go and watch how the ant moves to survive. Keep going.
Verse 7, which having no guide, overseer.
Keep going.
Verse 8, provided her meat in the summer and gathered her food in the harvest.
You know what an ant does? An ant takes a chip from June and eats it in January. That chip you dropped on the floor, If 48 ants, they know they're going to need that food later. You getting all the food stamps. You getting all the money that's coming in for food, and you spending it the same day, the same night. You spending $200 for a meal today, and you don't have nothing to show for it. So if something bad were to happen, you don't have no food for 2 weeks. The average American house cannot feed themselves for 2 weeks. How long was COVID? 2 years? What would happen after 2 weeks? What would happen in the midst of 2 weeks in these streets? It'd be Mad Max in the Thunderdome running around these streets. So what is the Lord reminding you to do? The Lord is telling you to watch the ants. Keep going.
Verse 9. How would I sleep, O sluggard?
Mm-hmm.
When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep.
That's what you doing. I ain't sleep. Deep in sleep. I see what's going on. You're just comfortable. You think that this system that you're in is going to last forever. And because your religious leaders have been crying wolf for so long about war and famine and pestilence, you now don't take the imminent danger or the imminent threat that's coming serious. Makes you feel like, well, we got time. You know, I had a discussion this week about retirement. And I was thinking like, damn, people really think that they're going to retire in this place. They really think that the 401k, you know how many people that work all the way to the end of the 401k lost their jobs? You know that there's so many people out that work up until retirement and got fired. Now, just imagine how gut-wrenching that is. That's so gut-wrenching because that was your escape plan. What is the Lord showing you? There's only one escape plan. Him. What he had going on. This is not your rest. You can't try to escape in this place and think that this place is going to be your salvation. The Lord is going to send your salvation. That's what your help coming from who? From the Lord, who made the heavens and the earth. That's what you got to understand. You don't have to worry about anything, but you do have to prepare for everything. And this is what Solomon is letting you know. Keep going.
Verse 11. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth,
Mm-hmm.
and thy want as an armed man.
Keep going.
Verse 12. A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why this is so heavy. Because your poverty is going to come like a pregnant woman's water breaks. What does that mean? Somebody who's birth, that means the baby is not coming on its due date. What you finna say? He's about to come at any second. You ever see them TV shows? They somewhere, they laughing and they talking and they like, oh, that's how it's going to be. That's how the poverty is going to come over this earth. Poverty is going to come over this place as a pregnant woman's water breaking. And the people of this world don't even consider that it's going to happen that way. You want to say something? Keep going. Now you said something about a naughty person. What?
A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth.
So what do? Because they're so comfortable. They say anything. They say anything. They talk so much. They talk so prideful. They talk so arrogant. Why? Because they think what?
They comfortable.
They think they're safe. They think that what they have, they'll have forever. They don't think that they can lose it all. That's on TV. People on TV lose it all. People on TV file bankruptcy. People on TV go stay on the streets. People on TV are homeless. That's how you live when you're dumbass. When you're dumb, you think that nothing bad can happen to you. That's what you think. And you think because you talk so loud and you can, you got so many people around you, you think that you're safe in the company of people. But what does everybody that has no friends say about people being around them? Where are all my friends? Where are all my friends I had when I needed them? Where's my help at? And the Lord is laughing at you. The Lord is laughing at you because you trusted in something other than him. And we got to be prepared so that we don't fall into that trap. That's what this is all about. All this is about us taking what God said serious. God said he's going to destroy this place. We got to take that serious. We can't act like, every day that you get where it's not happening is another day to prepare. That's how you got to look at it. But this is another thing that I also know. I know because the Lord is so real. It says the wealth of the wicked is stored for the righteous. I was telling this white man yesterday, he was telling them, I'm a prepper and I've been preparing for 20 years. And, I got everything that you can think of. And this and this and that. And he was just so confident in his generators. He said he has 12 generators. He has, he's been stockpiling since the 80s. And he's been buying bullets and, different traps and nickets and trickets. And I just sitting there and listening to him talk. I was like, and where'd you say you stay at? And he's like, yeah, I stay up in, in this area, some San Antonio, suburb. I said, now, how's your health doing? It's like, well, I not too long ago, I had a stroke. It's like, I said, now, what caused your stroke? He said, stress. I said, so imagine you turn on the TV and see that America is in full anarchy. It's like, wouldn't it be very possible for you to just have a stroke? He's like, well, yeah, I had a stroke. I got a phone call about my son and, kind of bothered me. And I had a stroke. I said, so wouldn't this be a little bigger than that? Because now, I said, you got all that stuff set up? He's like, well, no. And then I said, so how would that work with your dog walking around and you got all these contraptions set up? And I started asking him questions and he just started like, wait, yeah, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. I said, but the best part about hell, yes, there's nothing I can do. I said, but there is something we could do. I said, go ahead and send me your address. I say, because what's going to happen is you just gather of that up for righteous men to use. Now we have your house and every little thing that we had. We just bring it all to your house and just hold it down there. You got enough guns and MREs and all this stuff for us to eat and live live pleasantly in your house for a few years. You said it yourself. He's like, hell, that would be crazy. I said, that's how God works. I said, you think God works in your favor? You think that all the things that you're doing is to benefit that we read about in this Bible are the experiences of other people that we benefit from for thousands of years. Now, how beautiful of a story would it be for America to fall and Jethro would die and we would be running through the woods trying to get somewhere Wouldn't that be a beautiful page in the Bible? Wouldn't that be just a story like none other? Then they ran into a house, and it was the man that he spoke with in the city at the city water gates. That's biblical, Ak. And what you are living is a biblical life. The Commander Junior Hunter said something. He said, let me pull back the curtain of what's going on in the fourth dimension. He said, the angels and everything in the heavens is watching you. You're the main characters of this movie. He's not watching the East Indians and the Arabs you can tell the Lord don't give a damn about the East Indians. They are the East Indians are like just a potato head. Or just do they body parts together. You understand? But imagine all the angels and everything is watching you. What's the ladder called that goes from heaven to earth? The world ladder? It's called Jacob's ladder. Why? Because the angels are going from the earth to the heaven, reporting everything Jacob is doing. That's why it's so important that we do the things that we're supposed to do. Because everybody's watching us. Life story is about the life of God's children. And if you can wrap that around your head, you'll see how important it is for you to be righteous.
I have a question. What are some little sleeps or small habits of procrastination that can slowly replace it?
Oh, that's an excellent question. What is some things that people do? Okay, procrastination is you putting off something to a later time. Because what? That's what you got to see. Why do you put it off?
You either don't want to do it right now,
or
you think you can do it later.
Give her a hand. That's what procrastination from. Procrastination comes from thinking you have time to do this later. You're prompt about something. If they say that the store is about to close in 15 minutes, you'll say, I can make it. You're going to go and do that right then. But if not, then you're going to say, I'll do it tomorrow. Because you think you got tomorrow to do it. You don't have tomorrow to do everything. Like people say, I haven't came into the truth yet because I got to get myself right first. You're not going to get yourself right first. You're going to have to come in the truth, fight your demons, get counsel, go. Do you know what it is to go through life for so long doing something and then that get turned upside down and now everything that you've done and thought is wrong? That's hell in itself. That's why the scripture says that the angels were in darkness. We've been in darkness for so long, not knowing who we are, what we're supposed to do, or how to live. So we've been living life as if, I'll do it tomorrow. Or this doesn't matter. God doesn't care. Procrastination is a demon that makes sure you never do anything. I mean, the best way to describe procrastination is a hamster wheel. What is it? What does a hamster wheel do?
It goes around and around.
And around and around and around. And where does it go?
Nowhere.
It's standing in place, spinning. It's you saying, oh, I'm about to do this. Oh, yeah. I read up on that. Yeah, I'm about to do this. See, we have to learn how to finish a job, not just start one. Brothers and sisters are excellent at starting the job and working that job all the way up to about 72%. It's like a garment. Anybody that make garments, you know, you get the fabric, you put the fabric on there, you start working on it, and then you look at it and you say, okay, all I got to do now is just put some studs on it, and I'll get to that. So then the brother be like, hey, what that garment you made? Oh, it's in there, but it ain't done. Damn, I sure wish I could wear it today. And the thing that you have to do is not something that you could just do fast, because it takes time to set those studs and to stud it. That's changing your life. It takes time. Like when Christ come back, you're not going to be able to change and be ready for him if it's not something that you already work on continuously until you finish it. You want to be something that you can present when he says, I'm ready to wear it. That's what you want to be. You want to be the type of person that you can present to the Lord as a finished product. At least somebody that just all you missing is the armbands. Because I can wear the garment without the armbands and the belt. I can still just wear it. You understand? But it takes time to build this garment. It takes time to change your life. It takes time. So many people think they have time when you're running out of time. So the thing to stop procrastination is starting something and finishing it. That's a thing that we, you know how many businesses brothers got that's got LLCs, EINs, all these businesses. They gonna mess around and call you and say, hey, you owe back taxes on 10 businesses that you ain't make $1 on, but you registered them with the state. That's what's going to end up happening to you because you start a bunch of projects that you don't finish. So you don't want to be sluggard. You don't want to be a procrastinator because you're going to do a bunch of things and do nothing. These things that you're doing is just to keep you from actually doing something. Go ahead.
Okay, so how can we be balanced? How can we balance being diligent workers while still resting in provision?
How can we be balanced?
How can we balance being diligent workers while still resting in God's timing and provision?
Okay. That's an excellent question. God's provision is him providing for you. He said he's going to provide all your what?
He's going to give us everything that we need.
Everything that we need. So your provision is to provide everything what?
Provide everything that he asks us to.
No, what do you want though?
What do I want? Oh, everything that
and everything the children need, your husband, everything around you. So your provision, you're going to see that you don't ever have enough. No matter how much you have, after you go to the grocery store and spend $250 for today's meal and tomorrow's meal, you're still going to need more. You still need more clothes, more shoes, more. You need gas, you need oil change, you need this, you need that. So now the thing that you do have, you can't ever appreciate it because you don't have everything you want. And what you want is for all your needs to be met all at once. That's why a lot of women marry for safety. They marry the man that has hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars because now my oil can stay on 100. My gas can stay on full. The refrigerators can stay stocked up. My bags can be right. My purses, my hair can stay on fleek. My kids can be taken care of. The education can be provided for. And so now I see a finished product. That is not faith. And that's not God's provision. Do you know what God's provision is? God's provision is, here's some bread, here's some water. You've eaten today. That's all you need to eat. This is how you know it. This is how you know that's all you need to eat, because you can go a full day and night and not eat anything or drink anything for the Day of Atonement. So you know what that teaches you? that you and the way you eat on a day-to-day basis is gluttonous. You have more than you need. You have way more than you need. But because it's not what you want because of Christianity. Christianity and religions have made us think that the more we have, the more God is with us. That's where your safety comes from, having more. You know what I mean? When that's not where your safety should lie. And being content is where God's provision is, because God provides what you need. And you have to see that, well, I may not have my bills paid, but I got somewhere to stay for today. My children have eaten. We got clothes. The Lord will make a way. If I get evicted out of this place and I go move and stay with somebody else, that's fine, because at least I have a what? A roof over my head. See, your provision is, I need a house by 40. I need this by 23. I need to have this. Your provision is your plans on your life, the way you planned it out. God's provision is you just having what you need for today. Give me that scripture. Yes. Give me that scripture. Because then you'll be able to see the spirit that the Lord wants you to be in. Mm-hmm.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 34. Take therefore no thought for the morrow.
Stop. That's important for you to understand. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow. What are you said this, Matthew, what?
6 and 34, sir.
6 and 34. Let me see if I can go up a verse.
Yeah, you might want to.
No, this is fine. Go ahead.
Come on. For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself.
Stop. Don't think about tomorrow, because tomorrow there are other things you're going to have to think about tomorrow. The only thing that you should be focusing on is the present moment. You sitting in class right now thinking about what? What you finna do after class? That's what you're doing. Okay, after class over, I'm gonna go get this food from the store. Make sure that I gotta go stop it there and get the boys need pens. The boys need you can't even be in this moment because you're so consumed with everything else. Don't think about what tomorrow has for you, because you're not enjoying today thinking about tomorrow. Today could be your last good day, and tomorrow could be a shit shower for the next 3 months. You need some good days to reflect back on, and you can't do that thinking about tomorrow all the time. Keep going.
Come. For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Read it again.
Sufficient unto the day.
Sufficient unto the day is what?
The evil thereof.
See, being suffice today is the reason you can't benefit from you being suffice, because you're so focused on tomorrow. That's the evil thing. Being so focused on tomorrow when today is all you should focus on. The right now, the present moment, being content. So you dragging your feet in everything else, but then you don't know why you're not comfortable, because you're a procrastinator. And if you were to prepare every day, then you would stock every day. You would build up every day. And building up and stocking things is not something that one person should do. It's something we all do so that we can all help each other in that day. I've been with a bunch of men, and we all working on something. And one brother, we could be using one brother's tools. So in our mind, all we have here is this drill, these bits, this hammer, this ladder, because we're only digging out of this truck. But then a brother say, hey, man, I need this. And he'd be like, oh, man, I don't got it. Then the other brother be like, oh, let me go check my truck. Now we just thought like, damn, we only been thinking about you, but we all got stuff in our vehicles. And that's what all of us should be doing when we prepare. All of us have different things that interest us that that like I talked to a sister the other day about medicine. Everybody thinking about having food, but then what about what's gonna happen once you start coughing? When the seasons change. Yeah, you got deep freezers full of chicken, but you ain't got no damn medicines. We have to be a nation. That's why the UPK is so important, because we're the government of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We have thought of all of those things. But it's every brother and sister's job to think about it on your own. Because whatever we don't have or whatever we run out of, you need to be able to fill in the gaps. You understand? That's why we are together. Because now together we have everything. Together we have a place to stay. We have food, we have shelter. We can share vehicles. We could get back and forth here and ride to play. We have each other. But people that's alone, they don't have anything. And your slave master, the white man, is making moves. He's making big moves, and you're not focused on the moves he's making, because all you can think about is what you got going on tomorrow. You understand?
So, what would be the difference between planning responsibly and worrying anxiously?
Planning responsibly is doing this daily. Worrying anxiously is stressing over what you don't have daily. Because if you're let's say, for instance, you went to the store and bought a bag of beans. You can't say, today we got 50 pounds of beans. We good. You know what you got to say? We got beans, but we don't got this. We got this, but we don't got that. So even the good you're doing, you can't even rejoice in the good you're doing because of what you haven't done. So you don't feel the fruit of your preparation because you're thinking about tomorrow. Go ahead.
It's like, sir, there's like a mindset like that that's pure, and then there's the other side of it, which is like the brother that doesn't prepare anything for the future because he's living too present in the moment, and he's always like using all of his resources right when he get it. And how do we balance that with faith? Meaning, like, somebody that's irresponsible with their budgeting could be in their own mind thinking, oh, I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm just worried about today. Sufficient is the evil for the day thereof. So he blowing all his money at the club. He's going out to eat all the time.
Right.
And then he's used like he gets his paycheck, pays whatever bills he got, and then just splurges the rest instead of trying to save something and prepare something. So
right.
how do we balance those two mindsets? Because they clash, especially because of our flesh.
Because of give them a hand, because that's excellent. So that's everybody's problem. Brothers, let me tell you what the problem is. You're not getting counsel. You need to talk to a wiser man, and then you to help what you think you know what I've heard that that sisters do this because sisters pay bills very well. Sisters don't pay the whole bill. They pay a portion of the bill just so it won't get turned off. See, a brother get the bill, and how much the bill? $300? Man, that light bill $300. Man, I had to pay the whole $300. A sister will pay $75 on that light bill, and she'll pay on that monthly. And then whenever she get more money, she'll probably drop $100 instead of $75 to chip into that deficit. But a brother, we don't have that's why we need each other. That's why a man needs a woman. Why? Because a woman thinks different than a man. That's what makes it beautiful. That's why it's so evil that now our women are men. Our women want to be aggressive, want to be manly, want to talk all hard and dress like men and be butch. That's why it's so evil, because now we don't get the benefits of the woman that we need. We need her to be told totally different than us. We need for her. People be coming over my house and my wife just typing on everything and all that. But her eye of clean is different than my eye clean. See, men, we straight down, you know, women clean up. It's two totally different things. But you know what a woman ain't thinking about? Security. Women be walking in the store with a purse open with money hanging out the top. Money, 100, 50s, 20s, hanging out the top. A homeless man is looking, she walking by. He say, "Can I get $1?" She like, "I ain't got one." And he looking at 40 of them right there hanging out the top of her purse. She not thinking about that. You know why? Because her mind is at what she got to do, where she got to go. A man is like, "Hey man, zip your purse up." You know what I'm saying? Don't do. We make each other by being different. So to answer your question now, y'all the one, what brothers need to do is get counsel. Brothers need to get counsel on certain things. Brothers and sisters need to get counsel because that's what being a part of this body is for. That's the benefits you get from being in the truth is not being alone. Having somebody else that's not looking at it from where you are, tell you what they see. Like, let's say I'm in the skybox of a football field. I see the field better than the coach that's on the field. See, people that's on the field, they think they can see the field better because they're on the field. But I'm in the skybox, and I see what you don't see. And I see every time you hit this I formation, this hole over here is wide open. I'm gonna tell you to take it through this hole instead of going through that hole on the football field. I know y'all women don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. But that's because I'm looking from a better view. Now, you know who sees the field better than me in the skybox? Somebody in the plane. A drone. A drone sees the field way better than me. Why? Because he has a different view. That's what counsel is. Counsel in your life is a different viewpoint of your problem. Your problem is field level vision because you're on the field in the game. Counsel is, is skybox drone level. We're looking at your life or your situation from a bigger, broader spectrum. You're only looking at it from how you feel, how you think, how it affects you. We're looking at how it affects everything and it affects the system because we're all one. And once we start to be able to realize how one we are, then we'll be able to benefit each other more because now our decisions won't come from an emotional place. Majority of our decisions come from an emotional, what I think or how I feel place. And so when it comes to preparing, just getting counsel on how to prepare, somebody will tell you what's needed because they know what everybody got going on. So they can just tell you, hey, just go to AutoZone and spend $50 a paycheck at AutoZone on something. Buy some different oils, some different, you thinking, but where's my food going to come from? I'm not going to have any food because I got Kabar buying $250 worth of chicken every paycheck. He buying, you can bet how much is that box of chicken that we get $30 for how much? 40 pounds of chicken for $30. You see how your face is like, damn, where the hell is that at? Guess what? You are so focused on food, you're not going to focus on the order I gave you. I don't need you to get food. I need you to get what I told you to get. Right. Because I'm looking at it from this viewpoint. You got to trust the counsel. And a lot of times people don't trust the counsel because they don't see it. How could this benefit me? I'm telling you I'm hungry and you telling me to go buy oil because you are only thinking about you and your viewpoint. I'm telling you to buy oil because I'm only telling you to put $50 in the AutoZone. I'm telling Kabar to put $250 into chicken. Now, what am I making sure happens? that food is there for everybody and the cares of your vehicle is there for everybody. You see what I'm saying? You got to trust the council. What you looking at is, I'm trying to stockpile and I'm trying to get this together, but all I got is this. And I called Cap, and Cap told me, don't worry about that, just buy oil. Well, how in the hell are these generators going to run? How the hell are these vehicles going to run up and down the streets when Pep Boys is closed? I tell the brother, go buy nothing but tires. But then what I'm going to eat? It doesn't matter what you're going to eat. How are we going to get around if we have a flat? Everybody's job is important. That's why we read the scripture said, remember the ants. There are certain ants that's on chip duty. Pick up chips. Them chips you drop on the floor, there's a, man, we got some on the floor. 2 chips. I'm over here on the top of this curb. I need you to come with the chip boys. They come pick up chips. The chips go into the hole, and now they got a chip section. They got a meat section. They got all these different sections because they have jobs. But when you're alone, when you're by yourself, nobody knows that you're suffering. And nobody can help you. Go ahead.
And what is that? Ants will move like that because they have a hierarchy. Like all the like animals in the world, they have hierarchies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, but we come and as humans, we don't feel like we need any hierarchy.
Yeah, we don't got no structure. And the only way things are going to get better is through structure and order and communicating. Boy, let me tell you something about communication. Communication is one of the most important parts of life. Anytime an enemy wants to destroy you, what is the first thing he attacks? Your communication. That's it. He cuts off the comms. He cuts off the phones and the internet. That now what do? That's what everybody's gonna be talking about. What do we do? What do we do? Call such and such. Call such and such. Why did you come to class? So that you could know what to do in the midst of an emergency. You are way more trained to prepare for the end than you know.
Right.
You automatically know, okay, I can't get nobody on the phone. I know where everybody at. I know where to go. All I got to do is get there. That's what you need to put in your mind. All you have to do is work on the things that's inside of you that's stopping you from being the best potential you're supposed to be. That's what we come to class for. Go ahead, sis.
Oh, I was going to say with communication, what I've learned that communication isn't just talking, it's what you say. And that's probably what we need to learn as a people too, is not just opening up your mouth and letting things come up. It comes out when it has to be beneficial. It has to be informative. It has to be detailed. We don't think that. We just think that because I open up my mouth and I talked, I'm communicating.
Yeah, give her a hand. That's absolutely true. What you say, you can be absolute. And then it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Talking to each other is more than your body language is a form of communication. We need all of that to be able to be prosperous in the future. We're all going to be having bad days soon because we're not going to be in the comfortable environment that we're used to being in. So we're going to have to learn how to be more compassionate. Dawada, play me my video if you could real quick. Go ahead, Kabar.
Is listening a part of communication? Because I know I didn't heard some orders wrong before, but they said what they said. I just heard it wrong. You know what I mean? I know I didn't get that before.
Listening is absolutely a part of communication because a lot of people hear things how they want to take it. That's what they only hear to respond. So you talking to me and you saying something in the tone. Now I feel like I got to defend myself because of the tone you're saying and what you're saying to me. I'm offended by it. So now I'm trying to find a hole for my comeback. And what you're saying could absolutely be right. But I don't hear it that way because all I hear is I'm offended, I'm offended, I'm offended. So now I got to get you back. Well, how you gonna talk about me when you this? And how you didn't say that with this? That's horrible communication. Play this video for me, Domina. Let me let you see something that's about to happen to you that you don't even pay attention to. Where does food come from, sisters? Get the mic.
Anybody?
Where does food come from?
Well, it can come from several places. Like if we're being lazy, it comes from the grocery store.
What is
But we know where it comes from before it gets there.
Where does gas come from?
Gas come from the gas station.
Where does oil come from?
The ground. But it comes from overseas before it comes to us.
See, okay, that is how we think.
Mm-hmm.
The men think like this. Gas doesn't come from the gas station. Gas comes from the ground. Mm-hmm. Oil doesn't come from the gas station or AutoZone. Oil comes from the ground. Mm-hmm. Food comes from the farms and the animals. Mm-hmm. Vegetables and fruit come from trees and plants. Mm-hmm. We have to go and find the ground, the gas, the oil, the vegetable, and the plants. We have a job to do. So do you. So we have to work together because we are a nation of people. We're not a religion. Get that out of your head. This is not a religion. This is a government. That's what this is. And once you can really lock in on, what's that white lady that made the American flag? Martha? What's her name? She sold the American flag. Mary? Look her name. Look her. Susan B. Anthony. Give him a hand. I think that's right, too. Guess what she was? She was a woman that believed in the men. That's what she was. And you know what she did? What the men told her to do. She wasn't arguing with the men. And why do men think they got to have so much control? They think they can tell us what to do because we're the ones prepared to die. Sisters, are y'all prepared to die?
No.
Give her a hand. Thank you, sister. I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate it. Well, we are. We raise young men to grow up to say, you see them, we got to die for them. You see them, we got to die for each other too. And the young boys got to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to die one day. That's how we think. You don't have to think like that because you have us. But when you're alone, then you got to die. When you're alone, you got to go and get gas and oil out the ground. When you're alone, you have to go and kill animals to feed your family because America is about to leave you alone. You are about to be out on your ass because America is falling. And they have bunkers under the city. But guess who's not invited to the bunkers? We're not. We're not invited to any safe haven that has been made for them because we're not a part of them. So we have to prepare for us. All right? You had your hand up, sis? All right, go ahead, get my video up. Is the sound on?
Yeah, it was muted. Salagi.
The attack is now on the United States to bring down the United States as the ruling state in the world. But in the process of bringing it down, the United States has some very important work to do for Israel. I can identify tonight two very important things that the United States has to do for Israel. There are many more, but there's no need to do more than simply two. In order for Israel to succeed the United States as a ruling state in the world, not only must the US economy collapse and the US dollar collapse, and when the US dollar, not only must the United States collapse its economy and its money, but in addition, Israel has to wage a big war, which if a big war, even Jews now within Israel, I'm getting emails, even Jews within Israel, Jewish academics who are up in opposition to the Sharon government, they are now understanding that there's something, of course, it's too late now. Israel has to wage this big war, which is already planned long ago. And the territory of the state of Israel will dramatically expand. And the Palestinian problem will be solved because they'll be exported out. That is the massive human rights crime that the Israeli academics are now anticipating and warning the world about. But in addition, in order for Israel to become the ruling state in the world, not only must she take control of all of this territory, she must also control the oil.
Oh, you want me to
Keep going, yeah.
Okay, so like it.
Wake up, man. Y'all better wake up and stop playing, man, and thinking that it's a game, man. Because it is not a game, man. I'm serious, man. You know, and I'm not here to scare anyone. But y'all need to be gathering with y'all families, man. Making sure everybody's okay. Y'all need to be stocking things up, preparing for that. Y'all don't even realize that the banking system is about to change in a few months, like in November. Y'all still chasing this fiat currency. Y'all don't even know that this thing about to go digital in a minute, right underneath y'all noses. Right, the banking system is due to change in November, I believe, and half of y'all don't even know about this. Y'all so busy trying to chase the bag. Y'all so busy trying to, you know, show off on Instagram and on social media for everybody, man, and gain followers, man. Y'all are asleep. Really, really, man. If y'all know what's good, man, and listen, I don't care what religion you are, because guess what? At the end of the day, this is Israel playing a game on everybody, on the world, man. All they're trying to do is, like he said, expand their territory, man. And once they expand their territory, then the Gaza problem is fixed, right? You know, Israel is like the bully or the instigator in the neighborhood, right? And everybody knows he's a bad apple. Everybody knows he's bad news. But what he does, what does he do? He instigates, right? He puts everybody else in front of him and let them do their bidding for him. And then when the heat comes down, he disappears. Everybody else take the charges. Everybody else go to jail. Everybody else, you know, either end up, you know, dead and gone. But the instigator, the bully, he gone. That's who Netanyahu is, man. That's who he is. I mean, look how happy he was. Look how happy he was when Trump dropped the bombs on Iran. I mean, this man was gloating, man, and he's only doing this so he can continue to stay in power, because he has. This is his biggest war. This is his final war that he's trying to wage. This is the final one, man. And I don't care, like I said, what religion you are, because at the end of the day, every religious text, Christianity, Islam, they all, even Judaism, they all have these predictions, man, and they right in front of y'all faces. And I just can't believe how none of y'all are really paying attention to this, man. Y'all really just going on as life is going on as usual. And let me make you understand something else. No empire lasted forever. No empire. Every empire has. Name me one. I wait. Every empire has crumbled at one point in time in history, man. You know, everybody keeps thinking that the United States is this big bad bully. Just because we the big bad bully, man, don't mean that somebody won't smack the stew out of us, bro. Don't think that for 1 second, man. Yeah, we might have all these bases, all these, but guess what? They're exposed as well. We can't fight on every single front. We really can't. Y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to, man, go get with y'all families, man. Y'all need to make sure that y'all families have preparations for what may or may not come. But I lean towards what may come. Honestly, man. Wake up, man. You know, stop chasing this fantasy, this dream that they keep showing y'all. My grandfather used to tell me all the time, whatever that they telling you on the news and in the media, it's the opposite. So if they telling you things are good, we're not going to war, we're not doing it, it's the opposite, man. Preparations have already been made. Already been made, man. There's no way that Donald Trump changed his mind in less than 5 days. He went from we're not going to war to negotiating to dropping bombs in 5 days, man. Don't think that Congress and the Senate, they irate. They don't know what to do right now because Donald Trump is not moving, you know, at the beat of their drum. He's moving only at the beat of his own drum. And Netanyahu knows exactly how to play him. He knows exactly how to play him, man. Feed the ego, man. Feed the ego, man. And that's all you got to do with Trump is feed his ego. You feed his ego, man, and make him think that he won the day or it's all about him. Man, it's going to work every time. And they've been playing him like a fiddle, like a well-tuned fiddle, man. So again, man, wake up, see what's going on, man. Get y'all heads out of y'all behinds, man. Prepare yourselves, prepare your families, man. And like I said, I'm not here to scare anybody. And I pray to God, man, that don't nothing go down. I really do.
Come on.
But again,
Stop it.
all the time.
Let me tell y'all something. Everybody chasing the bag. What you gonna do when we go digital? Just imagine how much money you got saved up. Imagine how much money the white man has for a rainy day. And then they changed the system and they started to use the digital coin. And your money means nothing. You can't even transfer it over. You were supposed to accumulate money through putting your money in before it went digital and accumulate that money like Bitcoin. And now you got money digitally. Now imagine one day you wake up and they say, "Oh, we're not taking dollars or your card anymore. We take Dogecoin, or we take XRP. You don't have any of those? You didn't get into stocks? Oh man, I don't know what to tell you, man. Our systems don't work on the dollar anymore." Imagine waking up on that day. It's going to be a total shit show. That's what it's going to be. And it's right in your face. And you are talking about the trade. You're talking about Shador Sanders. You're talking about football and basketball and television when your world is crumbling under your feet. You're arguing, you're fighting, you're fussing, and everything that you were comfortable in is ending right in your face. Listen, the ISUPK has been here and established for this very moment. We are not asleep as some sleep. Give me that in Thessalonians. First Thessalonians. Yeah. Let me show you how much more. Give me my second video. Let me show you how much 5 and
It's 4 and 15, I think.
No, I want 5 and 2, but not yet. What was I saying? We definitely are prepared for what's to come. Commander Junior Hunter just said all this in his last lecture. The reason I played this is because Commander Junior Hunter just said that they about to change the dollar and they about to go digital. He just said this. He just said that they about to crank this war up, and Israel is the number one CEO of this whole operation. And they're using the CIA, the FBI, and all of these three-letter entities to move their ball. And you thinking that all of these things are set up for your safety when they are setting up to move the power from the U.S. to Israel. But the Lord is in the middle of all this. Because what does the Bible say that the war that's going to happen that when Christ returns is going to be? Which is where?
In the Middle East, sir.
In the Middle East. While they're planning to do this thing for the betterment of Israel, they're going to do it to get Israel out of the land so that the real Israel can get in it. And we're not
set up oil drills in the Middle East in the 20s after World War I, and then they eventually worked towards setting up the Israeli state. And so you heard what boy said, the guy said they need to control all the oil. So we already know that's what they've been trying to do. It's just like they just bombed Yemen this morning. Who the ones that are controlling that Strait of Hormuz? They're trying to get them out of there.
Well, let me show you who else they bombing. Play my video. What the brother just said was so heavy.
Going.
God damn. I need a phone charger.
The U.S. and Venezuela are going to war soon. And why the hell is this not being covered? The U.S. is sending 4,000 Marines and 3 warships to Venezuela, and President Maduro has just called up nearly 5 million reserves. And national news is telling their population to prepare for war. And if you're wondering, this is an oil issue. Venezuela has the largest number of oil reserves in the world. And coincidentally, their president has a $50 million bounty on his head by the U.S. So Maduro, who is aligned with Russia, has the most oil in the world and is now a fugitive. And coincidentally, Trump signed an order last week that allows military force against cartels, and Maduro is a member of the cartel, according to the U.S. Giving Trump the power to do this, and the White House spokesperson said the U.S. will use, quote, all its power to stop Maduro, who is a, quote, fugitive. And Venezuela is running drills on their coast to defend against a landing invasion. And coincidentally, there's 4,000 U.S. Marines that are trained for landing invasions on the way. 4.5 Venezuelans versus 4,000 Marines. Comment who would win.
One more time. Play that one more time for the people in the back.
The U.S. and Venezuela are going to war soon. And why the hell is this not being covered? The U.S. is sending 4,000 Marines and 3 warships to Venezuela, and President Maduro has just called up nearly 5 million reserves. And national news is telling their population to prepare for war. And if you're wondering, this is an oil issue. Venezuela has the largest number of oil reserves in the world. And coincidentally, their president has a $50 million bounty on his head by the U.S. So Maduro, who is aligned with Russia, has the most oil in the world and is now a fugitive. And coincidentally, Trump signed an order last week that allows military force against cartels, and Maduro is a member of the cartel, according to the U.S. Giving Trump the power to do this.
Cartel member. And put a bounty on his head so that they can kill him. Who's going to kill the president of Venezuela?
The CIA.
Yes, but who are they going to pitch that money to?
If I could.
Go ahead.
Netanyahu.
Yeah, but who? You both of y'all are right. But who is it being advertised to that there's a bag on their president's head? The people, the Venezuelan people. Yes, all of this is playing out. Guess who else Russia just had got into a fight with? Just guess who? They said it was a drone that hit in the land of Poland. Poland is now getting involved. Russia is now getting involved with Poland. in Ukraine.
Which Poland is a part of NATO.
That's the point. Poland is a part of NATO. Guess what Venezuela is a part of? BRICS. All of this is turning into a shit show. Why? Go ahead. What you going to say?
I was going to say, at the same time that they're deploying troops across 19 states in the U.S., they getting ready to make South Americans the new sand niggas.
Give him a hand. That's what I'm trying to get to. They are deploying troops, U.S. troops, across 19 states in the U.S. They're going to be walking up on us, asking us to see our ID, to see who we are, to see if we citizens. You're looking a little bit too brown. Where you from? Well, prove it. That's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be snatching up some of you, some of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because the world and the earth is at war. We don't have time to be at war with one another. We have to wake up out of the sleep of thinking we have time. That's what you got. When you realize you didn't have time, when you lose somebody. When they dead and gone, then you think about all of the time that you missed with them. Now you start to say, oh, damn, we didn't get to do this. I don't have memories of this because the whole time they were alive, we fought. We're not going to do that here. We're not. We're going to make sure that we spend our time with each other well. And if we have a problem with each other, what are we going to do? Go ahead, sis. How are we going to fix it? We're going to take each other to council. That's what the government says. That's what our king ordered us to do. It doesn't make sense for us to have an offense against one another and we don't deal with the offense. But why am I saying that? Because we don't have time to hate each other. We don't have time for misunderstandings. We don't have time for confusion. We don't have time for anything other than what we have time for. And that is helping each other and working together because the earth is against us. Everybody is going to war. We cannot be going to war with each other. Read what you got. Give me Thessalonians.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Can we get? I know you asked for verse 6, but verse 3 is kind of on it too.
That's why I said start. Oh, I said start at 2.
Oh, Salaki.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
This is what you know in the truth. That the day of the Lord is coming like a thief in the night. We know that. And that's why we're preparing for the day of the Lord, because we believe that. Keep going.
Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Guess what they saying now? Peace and safety. They saying it's a peace treaty happening. Donald Trump was over there with Russia, with the Russian president, saying that everything is going to be okay. There's a ceasefire. When they say peace and safety, then the destruction is going to come like a water busting in a pregnancy. Keep going.
As travail upon a woman with child.
Go ahead.
And they shall not escape.
They shall what?
They shall not escape.
This is what I'm trying to put in your head. You're not going to escape this. This is going to touch everybody. It's not going to be like you're not going to be affected by it. You're going to be affected by it. And therefore, your mind needs to get prepared for it. And every day of air conditioning and, having some type of amenity, you should thank the Lord for this day of air conditioning lights, because you're going to see what it feels like to live in the 1100s. You're going to get your chance. You're going to get it. And I pray that all of us make it through that test, because a lot of brothers and sisters is going to turn their back on God because of the lack of lights and air conditioning, because of the lack of refrigeration. So if you know you like your food refrigerated, you better find out how to refrigerate from the 1100s. How did they keep meat cool? How did they start fires? If you like fires, you better start practicing starting fires without a lighter. You get real serious about survival because it's coming. And you want to be an asset. You want to be somebody that is absolutely beneficial. You don't want to be a bum. You know, that's what you don't want to be. You want to be a helping hand. And right now, while you got YouTube University is teaching people how to do everything. You want to start practicing these things. See, that's why you had science projects when you were younger, so that you can learn how to do things from watching or instructed. You know how to do things from getting instructed. Try it. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness.
But you brothers in the school, sisters in the school, we're not asleep. We see what's happening. We're watching it. We just watch it in class. Nobody else outside of the school is giving a damn about what we in here talking about today. They don't give a damn about what
overtake you as a thief.
Yeah, this is what the class is about. That you won't be overtaken like it's going to overtake everybody else. We're going to see it. We're going to, oh shit. Commander Junior Hunter said, y'all need to have some backpacks packed up just in case you got to up and move. Commander Junior Hunter is not a what's the word that we say? He's not a conspiracy theorist. This is the universal practical knowledge. He gave you something practically you should put your focus on too. That's why we got the food trying to grow in. Why? Because if we can start some crops and have some before time, then let's start them. Because we need to be self-sufficient. That's what we need to be. We need to be able to sustain and maintain ourselves without the dependence of the government, because the government is falling. Keep going.
On with concert. Verse 5. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Verse 6.
What does that mean? Let me see. I wonder if anybody got that. What does that mean? We're the children of light and not of darkness. What does that mean?
The children that know what to do.
Give him a hand. Yeah, we are not going to get caught slipping. We know what's coming. We know what to do. We're prepared. We are the ones that are going to be sustained, that everyone is going to come to us for help. They're going to see us cooking and doing this and lights, and they're going to be like, I remember one time the block went out in Houston. We was at a feast day, and the entire block went out. I'm talking about for like 5 miles. 4 minutes we had lights back on, like this. The only lights that was in the school, that was in the whole 5 mile radius, was the candles that was on the podium. That was the only lights. And then the lights turned off and the candle light from the candle shot up. Y'all remember that? It was like, boo. And we was like, damn, the lights went out. Soon as the lights went out, the brothers went outside to see why the lights was out, see if somebody turned off the power. It's like, nah, the whole block is out. No sweat. Niggas went, hooked up the generators, plugged the generator up. We back in there moving. People from everywhere else started to walk up to the school to say what? What did they say? How do y'all have lights? Where did y'all get lights from? How do y'all get this whole building to run on that generator? Y'all got food in there? What's this? What y'all was having? What happened? People started coming to us because we were the only ones that knew what the hell was going on. We didn't skip a beat. We didn't say, oh man, let's see what the city gonna do. I wonder how long they gonna take to turn the power on. We kept teaching. I never stopped teaching. The sisters never stopped cooking. He's like, oh, the lights up? Okay. Sisters standing over the food with their phone. Fixing plates. Sir, you want chicken? You want going on? That's not us. We're not going to be in that predicament because we're preparing for what's to come. You gonna let us what?
Let us not sleep.
Therefore, since we know that this is coming, this ain't the time of gossip. This ain't that. Like, this is the time for us to love each other and come together and do to make our lives easier in lieu of some type of structure. In lieu of the government's bottom falling from under their feet, we're going to catch all the blacks and Hispanics from touching the ground. Y'all understand? That's the job of the 7 churches. The job of the 7 churches is to have a place of righteousness for those that want it and a place of safety for those that don't have it. We got it. Keep going.
Therefore, let us not sleep as do others.
We can't be focused on what everybody. We can't be thinking frivolous things. Not now. You had your time for partying. You had your time for turning up. You had your time for having fun. You had your time, catching out. Do it. Then, no sweat. But this is not the time to be focused on that. This like these little girls need to learn things, and that's what sisters should be trying to get together to do. Sisters should together try to figure out this. If we didn't have that, how could we do that? If we had no store, how could we still maintain this without a store? That is what you think about, because guess what the brothers think about all the time? All of those things. We sit up in here and try to figure out, have y'all seen these back rooms? Have y'all seen all the shit that's stocked up to the roof? That's not just for immediate families. That's not just for the brothers and sisters in the school. It's for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's why we do food drives and clothes drives. That's not just for in-house. That's for out-house. Because we are not asleep. And we're not waiting on the tragedy to happen. We're trying to let people when they need it because we have it. Y'all understand? Keep going.
But let us watch and be sober.
Do what?
Let's watch and be sober.
Let's pay attention to what's going on and not be drunk by the affairs of this world. So consumed by the things that's going on around us. You so consumed about what's going on with, your finances or your husband or, your whatever, your mama, whatever the drama is that's in your life. That thing that's your wife, You so consumed by that, you missing out on the real danger that's brewing from the border, that's brewing from the sky, that's brewing. That sending military to 19 states. I bet you can't guess which state one of the states they sending it to.
Texas.
Yeah, straight. And it's going to be military. There's going to be ICE. It ain't going to be, it ain't border patrol. They are going to have with a curfew. That's what's happening. And what you want to auger? Is that what you want to do? No, we don't got time for that. That's what everybody else got time to do. Keep going.
Verse 7. For they that sleep in the night.
The people they sleep in the night. Keep going.
And they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
They're all unaware. They're drunk. They're unaware. They're not focused on what's happening.
Verse 8. But let us.
Let who?
But let us.
Let everybody.
Us.
Let us right here be what?
Who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation.
This is what you should have on your mind. The helmet. The helmet of what?
The helmet of for the faith and love. Breastplate, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation.
This is what should be on your mind. The hope that this is the end and our kingdom is coming next. Every day we just gonna make it through each day. We're gonna be happy with a bottle of water and a piece of bread. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be happy. We're gonna have a whole lot more Day of Atonements. Your Day of Atonements, that's only once a year. And maybe once a week. Maybe twice. See, you don't want to imagine a world like that. If you don't want to imagine a world like that, it's because you sleep. But if you can start to condition yourself now, then when it happens, you're able to deal with it. You don't need a bunch of greedy people around you, because greedy people sneak and hide the food that's rationed so that they can make sure that they good. You don't need that. We can't be in that spirit. That's what people that's in the world are going to think and do. Keep reading.
Verse 9. For the Most High have not appointed us to wrath.
Because the Lord is not sending this punishment for us. This is not our punishment. We didn't do it. We decided to change our lives. Yeah, we're going to go through the pain of not depending on who God's strong. And that's what people in the wilderness couldn't deal with. The being this one of the street vendors. And they walking through the wilderness wishing they can go to a food truck. Damn, see, when we was in Egypt, we could just walk up the street and just get something to eat. Now look, we eating bread and quail and we eating little chicken and bread. And all the water we get, they provide us it. I don't want this mess. If you don't start to condition your mind now, you're going to be one of those people that was like it was in the wilderness for 40 years. You read that and say, how did they make it? I laugh at this a lot. How did they make it up the sea, opened up the sea, and they walked through it, and then they get over there and complain? The same way you're going to get on the chariot, leave out of America, get put down in the wilderness, and complain about not having AC, refrigeration, internet and Wi-Fi, cell phone, iPad, what's another thing? Makeup,
Shower
Jordan,
or something like that.
huh?
Showers, bathrooms, like
Showers,
set up.
yeah, your sponge, toilet paper, all that. You know what I'm saying? Your beignet. Some of y'all get water shot up your ass. You're gonna be missing all of that in the wilderness. And you're gonna say, damn, man, I showed him. You know, do you know what type of a slap in the face that is to the Lord? How much you misplaced that destroy you? Like, yeah, he was beating me, and yeah, he stomped on me, and yeah, he made sure he molested my kids and destroyed my family and put me in jail and raped my mother and my grandfather and buck broke my grandfather in front of the whole family. But he sure took care of us. We can't be like that. That's how people in the world think. You can't be in the truth thinking like people in the world. Go ahead, y'all one.
Okay. We was talking about that movie, The Book of Eli, with Denzel Washington, when it was like post-apocalyptic, and everybody had gone back to a bartering system because there was no digital like even the digital. Let's switch to digital currency, but with the internet go out, you ain't that. It's not gonna do nothing either.
They're gonna give you a social it's going to be like they're going to look at what type of person you are, a social credit score. And on your social credit score, they're going to give you based off of what your credit score is. So you walk and stand in front of them, they're going to be like, oh, okay. What do you do? What kind of job did you have? Oh, okay, well, you only need 200 points a month or a year. Now, one chicken costs 50 points. Some water, that's another 20 points. And you only get 200 a year. Make it. That's what they were going into. They're going into social credits. It's called something social point. It's a social point system. So you in the UPK? Oh no, you get 5 points. 5 social credit points. You in here? Oh no, you can't. We're not giving you nothing. So then what are you going to say? Oh no, I'm not in the UPK. I'm not. I need my credit. Give me my 200. I need that. When everything that you need, we got. It's just you're not going to be a part of America. And some people can't live not being a part of this world.
I could, sir.
And you're going to draw the line in the sand, and everybody's going to see you glow in the dark. Go ahead.
No, it says I got the definition for the social points.
Okay.
It's a widespread social credit system where behaviors are digitally scored to good.
There we go. That's what's coming. They already got it set up. It's already done. It's social points. So read it again.
A widespread social credit system where behaviors are digitally scored.
Yeah, you a thug. Got a family? Oh no, you 5 points. How much? I did a class on this a couple of years ago. They got the chart already mapped out on how much points you're gonna get. They have see if you can find the score point system. See if you can find that, because it tells how much you get, and it tells you what a person's credit score will be and what a bad person's credit score would be and what they could get. And I think it's for the year. I don't think it get renewed monthly. I think they give you a system. You have this system for the year. I think that's how it goes. But keep looking at, because that's absolutely coming to, and you're trying to chase that. When we say that our oppressor is the devil, nobody's going to be able to argue with us in a few minutes. But they're not going to argue with us because they're not going to want to be our friends. because we're going to be the bad guys for saying it. We saw it yesterday perfectly. Yesterday we saw it. Being associated with us it's not going to be beneficial to you being an American, but it will be beneficial to you being an Israelite, being a follower of Christ. That's why Christ said, you go through this persecution with me, I'm going to give you a reward. You're going to judge 12 tribes of Israel with me. And you're going to be so set apart. Why are you set apart? Because you're going to go through hell, heaven. And if you're not going to go through hell, then you won't make it to the kingdom. I pray you understand that. You still looking down?
I can't find the actual mock
Got it, man.
system.
I would have to go look through my old class and find that. I had it on. It is so detailed. My phone did. I could. It's a detailed. See, it tells you how much chicken it costs in the social system. I mean, in the credit system. Go ahead.
It's almost like that movie Time with Justin Timberlake.
These movies are trying to prepare you for the future. That's what they're trying to do. All these movies about people riding in the dirt, and they got little towns of people over here in the desert, and little towns of people staying in the woods, and all that. They're trying to let you know. The Bible says that they're going to go into a city. Give me that scripture in the Apocrypha. He going to want to see a man, and he won't see one. Right now.
Come on, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a not be able.
Man gonna want a city, and he's going.
Verse 18. For because and men shall be afraid. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods.
It's not just happening in the news. Prophet God talked about it in the Bible. And you say, oh, but you don't think this is going to happen to you? You thought the time of crying and suffering had passed. You thought that the agony that you read about in the Bible was going to miss this. Bullshit. Keep going.
Come on. Because of the lack of bread.
Because of what?
The lack of bread.
Why is it happening?
The lack of bread.
Because everybody's hungry. That's why it's happening. That's why it's going to be Mad Max. There are going to be people in the city. It just won't be you. Yeah, there's going to be people in the it's going to be fortified. Them people in the city going to have the credit score to be in the city. But you won't. Keep going. Get some more.
Come on. Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20. Behold, said Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things they have done to them.
That's why the Lord bringing this war. He's making all of these people go to war so that you can be free from this world that's coming. That's the only way out of it. That's why you should get your mind on the hope of salvation, because that's the only way out. But you got to go through the fire. That's why the scripture said that the city is a beautiful place set on the hill, but it's fire on this side and water on this side, and it's a narrow place to get there. Everybody has to walk this narrow walk. You can't keep your children in the truth, because your child going to say, listen, that's Shuma. Daddy, that's you. You the one want to go. I'm going to Darlene house because they got food and water and drink over there, and they playing PlayStation. You want to go to the school with the brothers, and you're gonna have to let them leave, or you're gonna leave with them. We're not finna hold nobody that don't want to be here. Can't do that. Everybody has to choose their own. They got to make their own choice. That's what has to happen. You trying to force this down people's throat, it's not going to happen. Everybody from the husband all the way down to the child has to make the decision to serve the Lord, because if not, it's going to be grievous. Now, your little children, they don't got no choice. They, but these teenagers that think they old enough to make decisions, go ahead, make a decision. Go ahead and leave from out here. Leave the school. Go out there in the street. Go ahead, Anna. Go ahead.
Further in this chapter, I wanted to get a breakdown on something.
What you got?
Verse 29.
Man, my phone is dead, man.
Do we got an apocrypha for him?
What you looking for, Cap?
My phone charging, but it's just not made it to 3%.
So if I could
go ahead.
So I guess the people are
verse.
It was verse 29, but it kind of starts at like 28, 27.
Okay, go ahead with your hold on, Dawood, read. I mean, what you was gonna say?
I was about to say that what you're talking about has been referenced in a show on Netflix called Black Mirror.
Oh yeah.
And they're saying that if it says everybody starts at 1,000, though you can earn more by, say, giving to charity or donating blood. But if you score between 960 to 1,000 or more points, you're an A. And then it got like a whole score system. It says a high score gets you discounts at local businesses, a lower heating bill, free cable channels, and special invitations to community events. A low score not only costs you those goodies, it also means you might not be able to get a promotion at work, regardless of your great performance and productivity. And then this is also, I think it's saying it's being modeled in China. And I can see a list right here where it says, in some cases, if you donate blood, you get points, or praise the government on social media, you get points. Helping the poor, you get points, and having a good financial credit history. But on the flip side, it says insincere apologies for crimes committed, spreading rumors on the internet, posting anti-government messages on social media, participating in anything deemed to be a cult, cheating in online games, not visiting aging parents regularly, illegally protesting against the authorities, traffic offenses such as drunk driving or jaywalking. So many, it's a few different things on here.
Yeah,
So
my credit score already at like 1. I'm out of there. I can't even get a piece of bread. I do all them things they said that's gonna make me down at the bottom, as far as like. So now I don't talk to my mom and them as much as I used to, because my mom and them eat pork, celebrate Christmas, and do all that. So now my credit score all the way down in the dirt. Oh, I speak against the gun on the internet. I'm doing it right now. I think I'm doing it right now, talking about this live on the internet. My credit score is dropping by the second.
yeah, like with the punishments too.
Oh, give me some of them punishments.
So the punishments are denial.
So this white man's the blessings and the curses.
Right.
So the blessings is loving America and speaking good of America and helping the poor. They always got to say something that sounds like it's doing
sound acceptable.
Yeah, helping the poor.
Mm-hmm.
This is the white man's blessings. Then the curses is being black.
Right.
And speaking against all whiteness. Keep going. What you got?
It says punishments can lead to denial of licenses, permits, and access to some social services, exclusion from booking flights or high-speed train tickets, less access to credit, restricted access to public services, ineligibility for government jobs, no access to private schools, and it says public shaming, exposure either online or on TV screens in public spaces of the names, photos, and ID numbers of blacklisted citizens, phone dial tones mandated by authorities that inform people that they are calling a dishonest debtor.
Yeah, they just found another way
Blacklist.
to. They found another way to persecute you for righteousness' sake. You're gonna have to be strong. You losing the battle against Christmas birthdays. What are you gonna do when it affects your life and your social credit score? You're gonna throw this head wrap and this headpiece and this Mitri so far in the trash. You're gonna throw every UPK thing so deep into the trash and set the trash on fire for that credit score and that Wi-Fi. That Wi-Fi, I see all the teenagers is gonna leave school. You take Wi-Fi from a teenager, you are just. I seen a white lady turn off the Wi-Fi at her house. That white boy came in there and ripped the door off the hinges. He ripped the door off the hinges and he was like, "Here comes Johnny." Boy turned into a monster. Well, that's what you're gonna have in your house. You'll have a little monster in your house that over the Wi-Fi. Go ahead,
I seen that episode on Black Mirror, and on that episode, it was like your interactions every day. People were swiping on each other. Like somebody got your order wrong at the store, you'd be like, all right,
swipe left on you?
You swiping on them. Good interaction, bad interaction. Like all the people at work, you at work and you do something wrong, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know how it is at work. Everybody talking mess about each other. They bring each other's points down. Like the episode was about a chick. She was to get an apartment, but she had to have like a score of like 800 or some high up there to get this special apartment. So she was trying to get it all right. She was trying to go to one of her best friend's weddings and stuff. By the end of the episode, she crashed the wedding looking like a hot mess, messed up the whole wedding, started swiping left on her, and she just like got brought down to the dirt at the end of the episode. It was crazy.
Let me tell you something now. That's the world. That is the white man's heaven. He's just passing judgment on you. Who's the judge? A bunch of unrighteous people. Unrighteous judgment. That's why God's judgment is so righteous, because he's judging you righteously, whether you're rich or poor. This Bible is so alive. For it to be this accurate is absolutely frightening, God.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it wrong to judge people?
What is judge?
Like if you pass judgment on someone, say you see them doing something, you're like, I don't like how they're doing that. I think that's
your opinion.
wrong.
That's not judgment.
That's not judging.
You know what judgment is? Swiping right on you and bring your social score down. What is that? That is a punishment, and it's affecting you.
So if I'm judging someone, then I'm punishing them.
That's what a judgment is. Judgment is what the judge does in court. You're guilty. Now, what happens after I say you're guilty?
I either have a fine or
something,
some community service or something.
If I say I don't like her and she's just this and that, what happens after that? Nothing.
What if you don't like her and you decide I'm not going to talk to her anymore?
How is that affecting her? Her life is going to be great. She's going to go on. She's going to eat and live life. And my opinion about her isn't going to affect her.
So that's not a judgment.
A judgment is my opinion about you affecting you, and now I'm stopping you from being able to thrive in society. I'm punishing you. That's a judgment. Judgment is something you do. That's why people say you can't judge me. I'm not.
Yeah.
If I'm telling you that you're doing something wrong, I'm telling you you're doing something wrong. It's not judging you. Judging you is you're doing something wrong. Do this to them for doing something wrong. That's a judgment.
Got it.
All right. Hey, we over the time. Go ahead.
What about when we tell people that if they don't do certain things that they're going against Lord's law, that if you don't do this, this was going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a judgment?
Say that one more time. I couldn't hear you.
Like when we tell people, like, if you don't do, like, follow God's commandments for one,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, and you're gonna get there's consequences behind that. Isn't that also a
That's
judgment?
reprovement. What you're trying to do is get them to change, repent. You're trying to
Right.
you're what's the word, biblical word for
Well, reprove is
reproach,
good.
reprove, rebuke. That's it. You're rebuking them. You're telling them, whose phone is this? It's like it. Yeah. You're rebuking them by telling them that they should do this or do that. That's all it is. You're not judging them.
Concert.
All right. All right. Let me see. Is that it? I was in the middle of, we were next time. Okay. I did just see something. I got any questions? Prepare, because we're going to need each other and we're going to need to be in good standings with each other, because I can't have you standing next to me at camp if you hate me. I damn sure ain't going to be able to have you standing in the kitchen if you hate me. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I can't say, hey, I'm finna go here to die or kill for you to bring back these groceries or gas or whatever we going to get. And you so mad at me, now you beating my kids while I'm gone. You know, we got to work together. We got to love each other. And whatever problem we have, we got to get through it. Because we need each other now more. And we need to be a light and help others. And the only way we're going to be able to do that is, first, you got to help yourself. You got to take care of yourself, clean your own mind, focus on what you need to do so that you can be a benefit to everybody else. You understand? All right. Somebody had a hand up. All right, with that, we're going to pass the class over to Trooper Sawaja. Give him a hand.
Isupk polluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. Memorial of blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, Sunday, September 21st. Leviticus 23 and 24 through 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And these are the Isupk security announcements.
With that, Amajim, give a courtesy salute.
Akia, my Majim.
Go ahead.
Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat. I Majim. Barak. Yahweh Shimi Al Shabrakatah. Yagim Matah. Sar, turning faces sisters. Akwati my Majim, which means to stand. I'm going to do one courtesy salute for the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat. I Majim. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Al Athah Ba Shimi Al Shah. Yahya Matah, class dismissed.